There is no question that there are problems in this country between police and community.
Yes, you are a donkey.
To the latest on that police killing of a black man.
Now to new developments in the deadly spa shooting rampage.
And yesterday was a really bad day for him, and this is what he did.
And so we are in a state of emergency.
Okay, white supremacist violence is and always has been the #1 threat to our society.
But I'm also very proud that my wife is white.
The Breakfast Club, bitches.
All right, Charlamagne, please tell me, why was I your donkey of the day?
Well, donkey of the day for Tuesday, July 23rd goes to an Ohio Republican, a senator by the name of George Lang. He represents the hometown of vice presidential Republican nominee J.D. Vance. And yesterday he did what a lot of supporters of MAGA do best, and that's spew dangerous rhetoric that can lead to political violence. Let's listen to what Senator George Lang had to say. NBC 5. Let's go to NBC 5 for the report, please.
You know how these things work at a political rally where several speakers get up before the main event. One of those Republican speakers today was State Senator George Lang, who's from Butler County here, and he said if the Democrats won the White House, here's what would have to happen to turn it around.
Donald Trump and Butler County's J.D. Vance are the last chance to save our country politically. I'm afraid if we lose this one, it's going to take a civil war to save the country, and it will be saved.
Senator Lang releasing an apology on X, formerly known as Twitter, saying, quote, remarks I made earlier today at a rally in Middletown do not accurately reflect my views. I regret the divisive remarks I made in the excitement of the moment on stage, especially in light of the assassination attempt on President Trump last week. We should all be mindful of what is said at political events, myself included.
I'm afraid if we lose this one, it's going to take a civil war to save the country, and it will be saved. I can't believe it's been only about 10 days since an assassination attempt happened to former President Donald Trump. J.D. Vance, another Republican, said that it was the dangerous rhetoric from Democrats about Trump that led to the assassination attempt. I say you can't even talk about dangerous rhetoric that leads to political violence without first speaking about Donald Trump and second speaking about damn near everyone around him that supports him, okay? Donald Trump's rhetoric has created an environment of political violence that he's not even safe in. No politician is. And when you hear, senators like George Lang say things like it's going to take a civil war to save the country, and then you think about, the president of the Heritage Foundation, Kevin Roberts, the architect of Project 2025. Remember when he said this?
In spite of all this nonsense from the left, we are going to win. We're in the process of taking this country back. We are in the process of the Second American Revolution, which will remain bloodless if the left allows it to be.
At some point, ladies and gentlemen, you have to say one side is absolutely inciting political violence and one side is just simply telling the truth about who's spewing the dangerous rhetoric that can lead to political violence. Did I ever tell you about back in May, I was walking in New York and a random guy walked up to me, Caucasian, he had on khakis and a polo, and he said to me verbatim, he said my name, and then he said some flattering things to me, and at this point I'm on guard.
He said no flattering stuff to you.
He did say some flattering things to me, okay? And at this point I was on guard because why would anyone be saying anything nice to me, all right? But he said to me verbatim, I want you to start speaking to the fact, he said this to me, that regardless of who wins in this country, it's going to be a civil war. One of the reasons he said that is because of people like Senator George Lang or Kevin Roberts and, of course, Donald Trump, and he led an insurrection in this country. But he said regardless of who wins, it's going to be a civil war. And guess what? We don't know why that guy took a shot at Trump last weekend or the weekend before last, but that leads me to believe that maybe this random white dude who stopped me in the street was on to something. And this is what I don't understand from our elected officials and from us, we the people. Why do we want this civil unrest? Have things gotten so bad in this country that political parties can't agree on anything? Is there that much of a disconnect that we have to go to war with each other? And I'm telling you right now, it won't matter if you're rich or poor. It won't matter what neighborhood you live in. It won't matter where you work. It don't matter what you drive in. In America, where there is a civil war going on, is not an America I want to live in. Okay, and we can continue to play stupid and act like we don't know where all of this negative energy is coming from, but we do. Okay, Kevin Roberts, Trump supporter. Senator George Lang, Trump supporter. People who stormed the Capitol, Trump supporters. At some point, everybody with some common sense, regardless of what your political party is, got to be like, how did we get here? And furthermore, how do we get out? I don't know what the answer to that is, okay? I'm not about to lie to y'all and tell y'all I do, okay? I can't sit around. I do know voting is a start, though, And I can't say voting is going to end it, but I just know voting is indeed a start. I can't sit around and not encourage people to do something when you have people like Senator George Lang, Kevin Roberts, and Donald Trump out here talking like this. But someone smarter than me has to tell me what to do. Now, if you heard the news report earlier, then you heard Senator George Lang say he regretted using divisive language at a time of political violence. What happens if you yell bomb on a plane? If you yell bomb on a plane, it causes panic, maybe evacuations, and legal consequences. You can't just say my bad after that. You can't just apologize your way out of screaming bomb on a plane, and you shouldn't be able to just apologize for saying that it's going to be a civil war if your particular political party loses an election. I'm not telling you who to vote for, but if these people are willing to go to war about their vote, then damn it, you should use yours, okay? Because it's about to get crazy out here. Please let Kathy Griffin give Senator George Lang the biggest hee-haw.
Please give this giant jar of mail the biggest hee-haw.
And, you know, my man Lil Duval, you know, the great black philosopher from Jacksonville named Lil Duval, he tweeted a couple of days ago, because I saw him posted on Instagram. He said, I'm not sure exactly what's about to happen, but something is about to happen, and it's going to be nothing that we can prepare for. And I agree. Okay. That's all I can tell y'all. I agree.
All right. Well, thank you for that Donkey of the Day.
Donkey of the Day is sponsored by renowned personal injury attorney Michael the Bull Lamonsoff. Don't be a donkey when you need a fighter on your side. If you're ever injured, go to michaelthebull.com. That's michaelthebull.com. And when you mess with the bull, you get the horns.
Wake that ass up.
Early in the morning.
The Breakfast Club.